Hey y'all, it's Miley Cyrus. Today, welcome to this video first of all. Today I'm going to be doing like a mukbang kind of Q&A with this Domino's food. I'm so fucking excited. I'm going to close my window because I'm feeling self-conscious. I don't want my neighbours to know that I make videos by myself in my bedroom. Do you know what I mean? I'm doing a mukbang today. I've never done a mukbang before, but it's something I've always dreamed of doing because eating is the only thing that brings me happiness in life. It's really hot here, so sorry if I sweat my whole face off. Oh my god, that looks so good. I haven't had Domino's in so long. So I asked you guys to ask me questions on Instagram, and you did, so thank you. Why am I always either cold or hot? Can it not just be like the right temperature? I'm so starving, I literally haven't eaten all day because I wanted to be hungry for this mukbang. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And I feel like I got so hungry that I went past the point of hungry, and now that the food's here I feel a bit sick, but that's just the story of my life. Don't ask me why I'm drinking a Monster energy drink at, well, you don't even know what time it is. But it is 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock! Because it takes me 10 years to get ready and prepared to do anything. Hopefully I don't look too fat from this angle. We'll see who really gives a fuck. I don't really know how to do a mukbang. I don't really know how it works. Do I talk as I'm eating? How do you do that? Oh my god, let me just get a slice before I start. Oh no, it's all falling off. Fuck you, bitch. Oh god, that is so good. It was really a struggle trying to decide what I was gonna eat, because I haven't ordered takeaway in weeks. This is probably gonna be messy, so you're just gonna have to deal with that. So the first question is, what's your favourite eye makeup look? Honestly, how do people do this? It's probably the one I'm wearing now. I've been doing it the most lately, pretty much in all my pictures. She's dripping, she's wet, honey. It's like winged out eyeliner, contour, lifted. Wait, what am I talking about? She asked about eyes. Yeah, just winged eyeliner, a little colour in the crease, extended inner corner, and big lashes. A lot of these are really not cute questions, so I'm going to be skipping those ones. Advice for girls that only started to transition and going full time. I'm not sure what that means. I'd say just focus on yourself. Ignore everyone else's transition, because it's so easy. You like see all these really pretty trans girls online who get their face done, their butt their butt done, their boobs done like that, and they look flawless, and it's so easy to compare yourself to them and feel discouraged that you're not at the same level, or not level, but like stage in your transition as them immediately. But you do you. The transition, like at a post in a way that kind of feels comfortable for you. Focus on yourself. Don't rush it in terms of like thinking you have to have everything done so quickly, because it's not that easy if you don't have the money, if you don't have everything, especially here in the UK. It takes a long fucking time to get on hormones. You have to prove that you've already transitioned, like you have to prove that you're already like living as a woman, so you have to transition without hormones, which I think is kind of fucked up and a big struggle. But like, take it at your own pace and work on yourself, and don't try to like sorry, this is meant to be a serious moment and I'm a fucking mess. They didn't have any stuffed crust, I was really upset. Fuck you, Miss Rona. Do you have any tattoos? I don't have any tattoos. I always go back and forth. if I want to get a tattoo or not. Sometimes I really want to get those like just basic girl tattoos that like on your fingers and stuff. I think those are really pretty and cute. But then sometimes I also like that I don't have any tattoos. Would you put a bumper sticker on a Bentley?
You are just so jealous that you cannot get a Bentley. I don't want a Bentley anyway. Don't be rude.
Period. But no, I don't have any tattoos yet. Maybe one day. I also don't have anything meaningful. I kind of would want to get a tattoo that had a meaning, and I can't think of anything that wouldn't be like cringy. When did you realise that becoming Phoebe was your true destiny? Oh my god, I think these are new, like, they're called Poppin' Chicken. I haven't tried them before, but they look so good. Oh my god. So when did I realise I wanted to transition pretty much? I'm so bad at remembering like ages and dates and years. I was probably like 19 when it like fully clicked. Obviously since I was little, I always wanted to be a girl. Like growing up, I always would dress up as the Disney princesses, and I only had girls that were friends. I only had friends that were girls. I always just identified as a girl. And I didn't really realise that that was wrong. Or not that that was wrong, but like that wasn't like normal. So I had long hair, I would wear girls' clothes, I would always dress up as Disney princesses and have all the girls' toys, Barbies, all this, all that. And I didn't really understand, like, no one ever told me what being trans was. And I always got bullied in school for being very girly. And then as I grew up, I started to understand that, like, that wasn't okay to be a girl when you're a boy. So I would get bullied because I had long hair and I like was very feminine, and people would always ask me if I was a girl. So yeah, then as I grew up even more, at one point I changed schools and I was like, alright, I don't want to go through this again in my new school. So I cut all my hair off into like a boy haircut, and I remember getting home from the hairdressers and literally like bursting into like unconsolable tears. And I didn't know why, because I didn't know what being trans was. I didn't know that it was an option. I didn't know that it was a thing. I just knew how I felt. And from that point on, I kind of like pushed all my feelings down of that. I kind of stopped playing with all my girl toys and like dressing as a girl and everything. Actually, that's not true. For a long time after I cut my hair off, I would wear like a t-shirt on my head. It was this bright orange t-shirt, and I would wear it and pretend that it was my hair. And I still played with girls' toys and everything. But like, it was like my big secret that I was like ashamed of. I'm really bad at storytelling, so I hope this isn't like unbearable to watch. I grew up more, stopped playing with toys because I just grew out of them. And time went on and I kind of like ignored all those feelings. Like I said, it just wasn't even like in my mind an option. Like I didn't know what being trans was, no one had ever explained it to me. It was just not even like a thought that had crossed my mind. But I was never like really happy. And then years went by, I grew up, went to uni. Oh my god, I'm just gonna spend this whole video just talking about this one thing. Basically, I went to uni, still didn't understand what was going on with me. And then I discovered Gigi Gorgeous, who really changed my life in a way, in a big way. Kind of became obsessed with her, not in a creepy stalker way. But like I binged all her videos. It still didn't click for a while what was happening. But she was the first like trans woman I'd ever like seen that wasn't like a joke in a film or something. It wasn't like a punchline of, oh, that's a man, whatever. She was the first trans woman that, obviously because they were her own videos, being portrayed as a normal person. She was just living her life and looked stunning and was just a fucking queen. Yeah, it still didn't click for a while. Then I went on tour with my pole dancing group, because I used to be a pole dancer. A pole dancer, or it was called pole fitness, at uni. We went on tour. Oh my god, I can't stop burping. We went on tour, which is just like all the sports teams in the university, so like football, rugby, pole, whatever, cheerleading, all go on holiday together, live their best lives, get drunk every night, doing all this stuff. So obviously I was one of the only boys in the pole dancing group. And even before that, I was getting really like depressed. And I didn't know why. And like every time I would get drunk, I would just start crying and go home, and like I just was down all the time and I didn't know why. And I went on this tour and I was with all these beautiful girls, even though my whole life all my friends have been girls, but this time I was like fully submerged in like girl culture. And I kind of would forget that I wasn't a girl in a way. But then sometimes it would hit me and I'd be like, I don't know, like all the girls would go into the girls' toilets and I'd be like, oh, okay, like, so hard to explain. Then I got home after this holiday and it kind of just clicked. I thought about it for like a second and I was like, wait, what if I'm trans? From that point I felt like I was like fully depressed for like a good while. I stopped going to classes, I stopped like doing anything, and I was just lie in bed and cry and order food. And then I dropped out of uni because I just didn't know what to do. I was like, it was kind of like a death sentence to me. Not death sentence, that's dramatic as fuck. I was just like, what am I gonna do? My whole life is gonna change. Life is gonna be really hard from now on. If I transition, life is gonna be so difficult. It affects everything, every single thing you do in your whole life the second you step out of your door. Anyway, I've gone off on such a fucking tangent. What was even the question? When did you realise? Yeah, that's when I realised. Here we are today, bitch. Next question. What's the quickest or easiest makeup hack you do? I feel like I haven't even been eating. The only one I can really think of is... I have such bad posture. Who cares? Because I don't really do it anymore, I guess, because we're in quarantine and I don't wear makeup multiple days in a row. But when I used to like not be in quarantine and I would go out every day, I started like leaving on my eyebrows and lashes and eyeshadow. Take off my foundation around it. So I'll just take off my face makeup and then the next morning just do my foundation and contour again, and I would already have my eyebrows and stuff in place and it would save so much time. It was kind of gross if you think about it, but it also like... YOLO. Why can't I stop burping, bitch? Yeah, that's the only hack I can really think of. What are your favourite hobbies? I have so many. Being a bad bitch, leaving boys on red, eating, sleeping, crying. That's it really. When did you realise you were trans? I already answered that. I don't know if I explained it right though. I feel like I kind of lost control of that story. Maybe I'll make a full video on it one day. How's your quarantine going? Fine. To be honest, obviously it's a terrible situation that we're in and I feel terrible for all the people whose lives have been affected in horrible ways because of it. But for me, I've actually really liked being in quarantine because I've just been sleeping and watching Netflix, and that's the life I was made to live. I'm getting to live out my dreams. What are your favourite TV shows? Wow! Of all time, Charmed, Desperate Housewives. Those are probably my top 2 ever, but I love loads obviously. When I was little I loved H2O. All the Disney shows I loved. Lizzie McGuire is my fucking queen. But recent shows I've been watching in lockdown. I've just started watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is fucking incredible. 10 out of 10. I've rewatched all of Glee, The Good Place, Community, Big Bang Theory, Modern Family. And I'm probably forgetting like 10,000 other ones, but those are the ones that are coming to my head. Favourite... Why can't I fucking talk? Favourite music genre. I'm that annoying bitch that likes everything. Is that annoying? I mean like, the annoying answer. But I literally do like, if I put my Spotify on shuffle, it will go from Nicki Minaj to Hannah Montana to country music to High School Musical to fucking whoever. If I had to pick like a favourite, it probably would be like rap. But not just any rap, like, I don't really like boy rappers. Well, I do like some. But yeah, female rap is just that bitch. Are you dating guys? No, at the moment I'm not. They're literally all trash. I dare you to change my mind. I just get attached to people so quickly. That's a story for a whole other time. It's just too much effort. And that's the last question I'm gonna answer. Thank you so much for asking me these questions. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I feel like I didn't even eat that much because I was just talking. I don't know how people eat and talk at the same time. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a little comment, subscribe. It would really help me out, help my channel to grow if you did that. And I would appreciate it so much, so please do that. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at the Phoebe Rose. That's all I have to say. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Period. I'm a bitch. I'm a boss. I'm a bitch. I'm a boss. I'm a boss.